So once again, if you're just joining, we are. This is kind of an interim video. I'm not playing my normal game multiplayer tonight. There's a bunch of new updates and stuff that came out now. Auxiliary action select winch point. They've done some menu changes. I know that there's a hard mode that's been added, which is great, but I don't know how to access it yet. I have a feeling we have to start a new game to access it. So, but there's a bunch of new trucks out, including like a cool bridge truck and stuff. And I need to get some money, but we're going to take the new Scout out here and run it for a little bit to find some things to sell. So let's take a look at the map and see if I have an inkling of where things are that we could actually pick up and sell. The nearest place that we have, the best thing to sell would be, let's see, we could do concrete. What sells for more, pipes or beams, right? The beams sell for the most. So let's see if we can find some scrap metal that needs to be picked up. Nothing here. I think we cleaned all this out. But I want to make some pipes and then make some money. So that stuff there for recycling, those might be what we're looking for, but I need to scope it out with the truck. So let's get back in the Scout and head that direction. Wait, I'm lost now. It was, I mean, honestly, anything. Well, there's a bunch of stuff over here too. I know we have giant steel pipes all over the place. Like there's one there. It's gonna be a little difficult to get to. I know these cranes can't reach it. But let's just see what we got. So let's take the Scout. So once again, now we have the super duper. We had the SAR edition, but now we. Hey, thanks, Louis. How you doing, man? I have not checked it out. No. Too many other great games to play right now. All right, let's object scanner. I don't think there's going to be much around here. There's some pieces of stuff. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, I had a real nice time up in Cleveland. It was great. Good map, Ray County. Where is that supposed to take place at? Oh, look at all these cool. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff for us to get. So, let's take out our. Let's go back to the base and grab a cool truck. We'll start with the new SAR edition. Oh, there we go. All right. This is the new all-terrain edition of the heavy-duty mule. Let's see. The cockpit should be the same. Yeah, looks the same inside. A little more switches, maybe. Looking a little more military, maybe. This is a pretty cool truck. Forza Horizon. I don't even know if I have Forza Horizon on here anymore. Where did this guy go? There we go. So do I have room in this? Probably not for the car, I don't think. But some of these pipes, we can pick some of the pipes up. So let's go ahead and... I mean, I don't know. No, I don't think this truck is in Snowrunner. Are you thinking of the, let's see, when I put the anchors down, there we go. Maybe you're thinking of the, what was the name of that truck? The Bandit? Let's see, change target, I think is Y. X, there we go. All right. That looks good. And then put this up. One's human. It's like the weather here, one's humid. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get these pipes picked up for those of you watching on YouTube. We'll be back. So it seems like 3. Yeah, yeah, from a nurse's standpoint, pulses are a good thing. All right, so I'm going to toggle the anchor, strap cargo, and toggle fold crane, toggle anchor. There we go. I'll move this back out. We actually might want this in, but I do want to. I'm going to grab a second crane truck now. You will notice under load, this is doing the same thing that the original T1 does. That it tends to hunch a lot under load, which I don't like. I don't know. I wish the truck would have a, but it's a light truck, so that's the thing. Even though it's got heavy duty wheels and stuff on it, this edition, it's still a fairly light truck. So let's see what else we got. So now we have a crane version of the 4320, or I think they're calling this a Voron in the game, but it's a 4320. So this is a pretty cool truck. Once again, pretty much the same interior as the other one. Handles real well. Once again, I'm not using any of the off-roading features right now, but the road's pretty solid underneath us, so we don't need one yet. It's horrible and kind of funny. All right, so let's see with this guy. He's got a little bit of a longer bed. So let's go ahead and have fun with that then. I think I could get that car in here, but maybe not. We'll try it. Let's see. So I want to toggle the anchors. And we're going to put the crane out. And lift that. We're going to push it out a little bit because it's... Put this down. Let's do that. I want to go this way. Interesting. It probably happens being around it all the time. They probably get... Nope, go this way. The chances are probably higher that they would get caught on it. Make this shorter. It's not going to fit. No matter how I do this, it's just a hair too long. Oh man. Well, then in this case, let's do this. I'm going to grab. All right, we've seen this other truck, but I'm going to do it. Let's see. So this is a truck that I've never touched. I've owned it for a while, but I've never actually driven it. Look at these back wheels spinning. But we have a big trailer to pull stuff with. That's not bad. Once again, I don't... In the easy mode, this truck is a good truck just because it doesn't take extra fuel to run it. I'm sure in hard mode it probably requires more fuel to run this truck, so You may want to find other trucks that have a better fuel ratio, but this is also going to be a really good off-roader. I do like the interior. It has sort of a bit of a Jeep feel to it. Oh, good night, Cameo. It's cool, though. Have good sleep. Thanks for staying as long as you did. I know you were getting ready for bed. One issue that we're going to have, though, is we have to back this out, which it's a dolly trailer, so that's going to make it a little bit difficult for me. Well, I haven't really done... I haven't done any backing in this game. I haven't done any backing, so we'll have to see how it handles. Oof. Donk. Dong. Okay, so we're going to switch vehicles over to this one. Nope. Wrong one. Over to this one. Yes. All right, there we go. And swing that around. Longer. There we go. Nope, almost. That looks pretty centered. Now, is there room on the back? It looks like there probably is, so I'm going to see if I can squeeze this on the back. So let's cycle target. And we're going to lift this up. Freaking mosquitoes! And move this over. I don't know. That might be too much. We'll have to see. That's as far as the crane reaches, which is why the bigger cranes are always better than these, but let's see if we can set it down anyway, putting it out. Come on. God, you got some big honking mosquitoes in here tonight. It did not go over enough. If I go this way, well, look, it's doing it. It's gonna drive me crazy. Try to get him. Okay, so it stayed. It's a little precarious. I don't know. I almost feel like... Hang on. I feel like doing this would be better. Are you freaking serious? Hang on. So what I'm thinking is to raise this up and flip it around. And by the way, hi. What's up, Jay? How you been? Did you guys have a little cooler day today, or was it still super hot out? Ugh. Still super hot. In Louisiana. Yeah, it's been... It was in the 80s today. Not crazy hot, but hot. Like high 80s. Okay, that might... it's too far over. Okay, so what I need to do is I just need to get this... The problem is I just need to back up. Oh. Well, that stinks. So you got it all figured out? Back up. There we go. And we're going to put the anchors down. Once again. Okay. Cold front. Yeah, I know it's supposed to cool down here too this weekend. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, that stinks. I mean, it happens, though. Does your farm own both combines, or do you work with like a neighbor to use theirs? Come on, get it out there. It's not working. You own two? Okay. I know you had the one neighbor that you guys don't get along with. I wasn't sure if there's another one or something that you get along with. No custom. I just am not. I want it to get centered, and it's not. Okay. Just one, just that one that's kind of a pain. So the boom is not doing what I'm telling it to do. I'm telling it to go forward, and it's going up. Forward. Okay, now it's doing it. Oh, come on. Okay, shorten the crane. Let's shorten that boom down a little bit. Just right there. And okay, that's not enough. So we need to raise it up again. Shorten the crane. That mosquito is friggin' back. I can't believe it. This guy, and he's literally he's doing the dance. I don't know if you've ever seen a mosquito do the like where they're gonna try to get you. Like they before they bite you, they do like this little like flying dance so that you can't hit them. I don't know if you've ever seen them do that before, but they wiggle while they fly. So instead of flying in a straight line, they fly all bouncy. Like he's doing that like right by my hand. Like I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pull this out, and we should be able to get that strap onto the back of this truck. So let's go ahead and grab this guy, and we're gonna do strap the cargo. There we go. Oh, this has a ramp too, so you could actually use this as a vehicle transporter. That's really cool. What's up, Avalon? Oh, it's not really wanting to cooperate at all, is it? Slowly but surely, we're making our way out though. We'll be all right. Okay. I don't even know where we're going. We're going to the steel plant with this, right? So, but this has been fun because we've gotten to try out several of the new trucks, including the new crane trucks and the upgraded T1 that just came out today or yesterday. And so this has been kind of a worthwhile thing to do. Um, as we take a break from my big map that we're working on with the group. Wow, go backwards. It's just not. That's not gonna. Ugh, come on. Almost there. Come on. What facility is this? The pipe facility that we're at? Or recycle? Yeah. Let's see if I can switch over to this truck and move it out of the way. This is the steel. Yeah, we don't want steel. We don't do steel pipes. I want to do steel beams because those are worth more. So bale breaking, brake balers. So I wonder. Now this has a roof rack too. I wonder if you could put stuff on the roof. It doesn't have a strap roof though, so maybe if you put stuff on the roof, it'll strap the roof too. I'm curious. Let's hang on. Bagged peas. I feel like I need to test that out. Should I? Maybe I should. That's the wrong button, obviously. Put her down. My terrible craning abilities. Come on, get in there. There you go. And we're gonna put the crane away. Fold crane, toggle anchors, and strap the cargo. And so now all three of these trucks are filled and ready to go. I'm going to take these to the steel facility, which is... It's all part of the steel mill, but I got to find where... There's the beam facility. So we have a road set up that I've made. That'll make this a little bit easier. However, I'm feeling like we need to put these trucks to the test. So rather than go on the easy road that I've made, we're going to take the back route in and go across some of this mud area. See how this goes. It might be a total disaster, but we'll at least get to test the trucks out and see how they do off-road, because that's really the point of this, right? So let's go ahead and get this guy going. Is this where I was supposed to go? Yes, it is. Okay, and look, I've made the... This is where we ran an electricity run, obviously. Nope, why? There we go. Oh. I somehow unstrapped the cargo. Probably pressing Snowrunner buttons. That's why we did that. There's some logs piled there. Interesting. Yep, they got some sort of mud going on here. Now, am I going left or straight? Let's see. I think... Yeah, left. Okay. So this will take us through some of the worst terrain on this map. You can see this truck, like compared to the T1 Mule, this truck's just a lot more composed as you go over bad terrain. Whereas the Mule, is always tipping. There, get a little tip going on there though, but the Mule really likes to almost tip over as you go through stuff like this. It's got a narrower wheelbase. This having the 6 wheels makes it a lot nicer. So I'm not sure how long this was in the game, but I think it just came in with this patch. But I'm not positive. But this truck's doing just fine. It's a good truck. And I've got a little fun idea for the next truck, so don't go anywhere because we're going to do a little experimentation. I don't really know. Low gear doesn't seem to help too much. Pop. All right, let's go ahead and Put this in the factor. Fact track. Unstrap the cargo. Park the truck. 8 steel beams. There we go. I think that probably, I don't know if that was worth 8. I think I probably already had some steel in there. But that was a nice little addition. And we'll park this here. Now, for the next truck, before we run the next truck, and the next truck is fine, but I wanted to just have a little fun. I did get another toy that I don't know. It's probably not going to be real useful until later in my life. Maybe a different map or whatever. Hang on, let's see where we're. I'll park there. And I took them this way, yeah. So let's go ahead and just do this. All I'm charging her is 30 amp fuse. Oh, you wanted to buy you a fuse? Hey, that works, right? So this is the new toy truck that I don't know how it's going to work or not, but is this it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see how we can deploy this and where. See how cool that is? It's, whoa. Totally gnarly, dude. I'm just going to throw this out there in the wilderness just for... There was one spot that had water. I'm going to try to make a bridge over it. Like a bridge over troubled water. This is based on a gas. So that's going to be another heavy Russian truck. As you can see here, it just flies through this mess. Hold on a sec. I got him! One fly executed, or one mosquito executed. So I was thinking we'll put it across here just for it, like it's really going to make a difference. But oh wait, was that the way that we wanted to go though, or is this the road we take? No, that we could. Did we go that way last? Yeah, we did. That's the way we went last time. Anyway, so we're going to put it across the other river then. For 5 minutes. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead, and I don't know how this is going to work, but I assume that you deploy anchors, and then you detach. Open or close bridge, okay. Oh. Oh, I see how this is not going to work. Oh boy, is that cool. I don't think it's going to be long enough to cover this whole swamp, but maybe it'll help the truck get out of the swamp. All right, so anchors away. Anchors away. Lame. Okay, let's see. I guess the surface needs to be a little flatter. Oh, anchors, yes. Try to do it this way then. Nope. Kerplunk. So it's really specific in where you can lay it. Like that's cool, but it's not going to work for that. You'd have to have something with sides available on both sides. Why did my truck just shut off? What's going on here? I've completely lost control of the truck for some reason. Hold on. Not sure what happened there, but so I'm not sure what you would use this as. The other one is larger, but it's still I don't think it's going to be very limited into the situations that you can put it into. But I guess it could help a little bit here. Let's trying to get it in somewhere so we can at least try it out. It's just not going to sit flat, but oh well. Yeah, we'll figure out where to use that at some point, like in a better demo. But anyway, all right, let's put this truck through its paces and get out there. We messed around with the bridge truck enough. Once again, not having to use. Oops, I went the wrong way. Not having to use any kind of like special off-roading stuff yet. Just big tires. And so here we're gonna. Yeah, look how tipsy it is. Switching to all-wheel drive. And switching diff lock on as we get into the muck. Camera mode B. I am using my 3090 video card. So we're moving into the vintage era for this card at this point. It's a little bit more than geriatric. We're like 2.5 series behind. Honestly, it's fine. I mean, really, especially because I'm playing on this little monitor at 1080. The card's doesn't really have any issues with any games. Once I get up to a 4K monitor, I'm sure we'll see. It's probably a need to upgrade. The 3090 was really designed to run, I think they said, average 8K or 4K games at 60 frames a second without an issue. Yeah, there it goes. So the bridge works great. That was pretty cool. And I'm keeping it in high gear because low gear kind of sucks, but 1 gigabyte of RAM, right? So I feel like this did just as well as the Voron or the Ural, as we call it in real life. In fact, this seems to do a little better. But it feels tipsy, but it doesn't tip. That's the thing with the T. It looks like it's going to tip over, but it just doesn't seem to. So I'm not sure where to put this. I feel like they're just as capable as each other. But this is a nice upgrade to the T1 Mule, so I would prefer this truck over the Mule. But I think between this and the Ural, which is the first one that we did, the first crane truck, I think the Ural, it doesn't really beat this truck out. Hang on one second. So yeah, this is definitely not the Bandit. Yeah, if you remember, the Bandit's an 8x8, so, and it's also tippy like this. But this truck doesn't seem to tip over too much. So, all right, let's see what we get here for these. We had 8, 9, 9. 1 beam. What? Come on. A little disappointing there. All right, so now, last but not least, we got to bring, I think it's the Tuz. The Yazamataz. Get this backed up and... Oh! Nice parking job. Getting parked next to each other. Oh, come on. So touchy. Ugh. There we go. Okay, so those are the first two crane trucks, and like I said, I've been pretty happy with both of these trucks. I would not say one is necessarily like way better than the other. I think the Tuz or the Mule tends to be a little bit more tippy, but it doesn't ever actually tip. And I think the Mule, looking at the size from the side here, this is actually, it sits up taller, so you're going to have probably less issue with water than you will in the Ural. So, but the Ural's just a classic truck, and with 6-wheel drive, I don't know. It's hard to. They're close. They're really close. All right, let's find our last truck, and we'll drag it across. Here's the Tuz. And all-wheel drive's off while we're on the pavement. Now, like Micah said, I think the thing with this truck is that it's not going to ever tip over because it's such a wide stance truck and long. So your chances of flipping it are pretty low. Like you see here where the other trucks were like diving in and out here, this is just cruising over. Now the trailer we might be able to flip, and then that might end up flipping the truck, but got the diff lock on now. And I'm returning left. Yeah, it's a pretty weird truck. This has been in the game for a little while, so this one, I wanted to try it out because I haven't used it yet, but it isn't brand new. Come on. That one thing I wasn't thinking about, and I wasn't paying attention. Oh. And just like I predicted would happen, if this pulls you over, it's going to take you all the way over. Do we have a winch? We do. Okay, I don't know how to... Oh, no, that was lower the ramp. So, I'm not... Once again, I don't know how to do these winch point things. Okay, I don't want to be in the camera. Okay. How do I pull the winch? Actions, left button. Pull winch. Can we save it? Nope. No, I want to pull the winch. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then we can... it's going to go the other way now. Detach. I want to detach the winch. X. Okay. Hold on. All right, so I've got myself in this bind. I'm trying to get... This trailer wants to tip, because that's a lot of weight on there. And then it's made me drive off-road to stay on road. I'm trying to do this without flipping. Come on. No, that didn't work. Crud. I can't get the truck to turn. Ah, there we go. Up, just go up the tree. There you go. That's the secret. Ride the tree. Ride the lightning. Here's our little bridge. Oh, come on. You can do this. So the truck went over the bridge okay, but the trailer is struggling. In fact, the trailer's not even moving, so... Okay, so now we're going to pull. Nope. That's not pull. That's pull. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh. I want to get these over there. All right, so no, this is not going smoothly. But I think the bridge caused more problems with this than the truck went over, like I said, but the trailer got stuck. Hook, line, and sinker. Come on. It's almost done. Come on. We're almost out. It's really like leaning. Come on, you. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do here. Let me try this. So don't use that trailer on this bridge. Lesson number 1. You'll bottom it out. Shh. Oot. Well, this is supposed to all be about making money tonight, and so far, I mean, the test definitely didn't help that, but let's go put this with the other trucks. Still, neat a concept on this. This is not the right place. Really, what this is going to be for is places where you have, like, 2 cement walls across from each other that you need to get across. You know what I mean? Where they have, like, they're flat, and you can set this down and have a bit of bridge on both sides. This is not really supposed to be stuck in a muddy hole. It's supposed to go from solid ground to solid ground. That's how they used them in the military. Like when a bridge was blown out, they would use the base where the bridge came in, and put these things down on them. So anyway, I do love these 3 trucks. And once again, the bridge layer, it's going to be a very specific thing that you're going to use it for. However, the other 2 trucks, we're going to use them all the time. Let's go ahead and see if we can't rescue our stuck truck. Donk. Already off to a great start. I really want the parts off that truck because we need them. Which is going to go, where is it? Okay, it's back this way. I'm hoping I can just yank the trailer back over and pull it out. Yeah, this thing's a really great off-roading truck. It's kind of silly. Wait, where did the rescue go? There it is. Okay. The rescuee. The rescuee. So darn it, now I'm gonna have to start a hardcore mode. I guess we'll have to wait. I'll probably just need to play through it and then we'll start hardcore again. But that's gonna, I think people that like Snowrunner, that's probably gonna be like where it's at, because you actually get to shift gears, fuel. I didn't see anything about damage necessarily, but I imagine if we have SAR trucks, there probably is going to be a damage model. So I don't know. Let's go. He shot the moon. In case you all are wondering who killed the moon, it was 44. He shot it. That's a bad joke, I know. I know, I know. I couldn't help myself. You said I did it. Let's see. Strap mode. Nope. Toggle attach mode. There we go. And attach load. There. Okay. Detach load. All right. Now let's go and switch over to the air truck and see if we can't get this out of here. Oh, I've had deer fly bites. Yeah, that's no fun either. That is a horrible situation. We've had, and they really hurt. Deer fly bites. The problem with me with the mosquitoes, because I'm allergic to them, the itch just lingers for hours and hours. But I don't know with the deer fly. I don't think the deer fly bites last that long. Are you serious? This trailer is mega stuck. This is like Snowrunner stuck. So I don't remember. I don't remember if deer fly bites stay itchy, but they do hurt like hell when they bite you. I know that much. It's almost like getting stung by a bee. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can figure out how to get out of here. Hold on. We did get it out. It did require some sacrifice to get it out. As we look at the dying mule back there, which bravely gave his life to let this truck get stuck 2 inches down the road. Wow. It's the trailer. It's not the truck. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Come on. We're going to get stuck again. There's no way we're going to make it through this. So this setup is cool, but I would not... What we've done with it here, towing it through this really deep muck, has been a very bad idea. So you can take it places that the semi-truck can't go, but you still don't want to go, like we went nuts here and went like way off-road. I would try to plan your route a little better if you're using this setup. But this still has its merits because you can carry, that's quite a bit of scrap haulage that we've got there. The only reason we're having issues is because I picked the most difficult route on the map. And that has hurt us pretty bad. So, but it's my bad picking that's gotten us here. I can't get the winch out fast enough. And we're about to stall. Yeah. So, frustration. Okay, anyway. So for the YouTube video, I think that pretty much shows the difficulty. We're going to stay on Twitch for a while longer, but if you've been watching on YouTube, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to keep the channel up and running, please give us a coffee. That does keep us going here. Little bits of money here and there help us pay our bills, mostly the cable bills, replacing things like when joysticks break. Like I need to replace my joystick soon, so the next coffee that comes in will probably go to getting some new USB cables and replacing my controller, because my controller is now just starting to fall apart. So anyway, I love you guys. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we will see you next time